Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson, set to bring this to you. Kaimi Fairbairn getting this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback, plays college ball at Virginia Tech. It's Tyrod Taylor.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proven to be a really hard team to beat.
Right to the air, it's Taylor. He's going to air one out right away. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
There's a short one caught by Taylor. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Throwing, Taylor, nowhere to go. He is taken down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So on fourth down, out comes Austin McNamara to punt for New York. Jalen Knoll deep for Houston. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. So out come the Houston Texans, and Greg, it is one of the good quarterbacks in the league. Offensive Rookie of the Year, number 2 pick in that 2023 draft. Year 3 for C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State.
Sometimes we can make NFL football so complicated, Mike. There's different schemes, the personnel, different approaches to how to play the game. But when it all comes down to it, the best teams in the league, they simply just find a way to win. It might look different week in and week out. It might take 40 passes or it might take 40 runs. It could be a shootout or a slugfest. It doesn't matter. They are comfortable operating in all situations, and man, all you got to do, like Al Davis said, just win, baby.
Once again, it's Marks. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. This is 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Stroud. That one on target with Kirk. They've got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
That's caught. It's the tight end, Cade Stover. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get 21 on that one. First down for Houston.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. They've got it. It'll be first and goal after a pickup of 21.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at their line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
Chubb. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop it for no gain at the 4.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up 3rd down.
Big play coming up, 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And that is punt in the end zone. He's in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texans.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone because, as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Texans will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Benet Wanwu now to return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Jets offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll run here. It's Breece Hall. To the 45. Still going. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, Jets.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Folks, extra point is good. And the Jets will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Here's Tremon Smith on the return, and he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Texans offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter, and the drive will begin with first down. Kirk is the motion man. On play action, Stroud to the left side, and caught by Schultz. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
On second down, Stroud. That is out quickly into the hands of Kirk. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
You'll see right before the ball was snapped, the quarterback just take a peek. Is there enough space between the defender and your wide receiver that you intend to throw this little quick to? That's called the cushion. Cushion's big enough, you can run the play. He gets up and press coverage, you got to get at it.
Stroud gonna tuck this one on the zone read. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on them, and in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
Throwing on second down, Stroud. Whoa! And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up third down.
Now, Stroud. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. It is a big-time play for Houston. 33 yards.
33 yards on the play. First down, Texans.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Kirk is the motion man. They'll go play action with Stroud. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
It's second down.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. More from MetLife Stadium after this. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins, and they are facing a second and long. Here's Stroud. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. It is third and long. Here's Stroud. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
That's a gain of 18. That's another Texans first down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And this one blown up. Good Sheridan drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
One more time, it's Marks. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. I would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
It is brought in the end zone. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. His second touchdown of this first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Texans will move out to a 14-7 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. To return, it's Isaiah Davis. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On first down, they go right back to Hall. Past midfield to the 45. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. A big-time run there by Hall. 39 yards.
At this point, Mike, it's clear this defense just doesn't have a lot of answers right now for this run game. A combination of the job being done up front by the offensive line and the big playability of this running back.
Now a toss to the left. Here comes Hall. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
It's a loss of 2.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball.
Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. And the Texans are going to come up with it. That is a gut punch, a huge disappointment in position to score. They fumble, and the defense falls on it, Greg, in the end zone for a touchback.
We see this so often, Mike. As the ball carrier's getting closer to the end zone, his mind is on nothing but trying to score. Sometimes they forget to protect the ball. That's exactly what happened here. Fumble, defense recovers it, and they lose out on a prime scoring opportunity.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one.
Previous play is under review.
At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They'll go big, 3 tight ends in the formation for 1st and goal. Paul will take this one in. Touchdown, Jets. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Folk now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Jets will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. There's Nico Collins and his Texans teammates getting set for their next possession. They've been able to move the ball with relative ease their first couple of possessions, both ending in touchdowns, but still they find themselves tied as they start with the ball again here on 1st down. On the bootleg, it's Stroud. That one out wide for Marks. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
This one's going to be taken in by Collins. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup. No gain on a quarterback sneak? That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
So, on 4th down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth 1st half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. The punt team comes on, and here's Tommy Townsend to kick it. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. To throw is Taylor. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Now, Taylor to the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. That one good for 26 yards.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That one good for 29.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And this is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made.
The throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
10 yards to go.
So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Here's Taylor. This one caught at the 4. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1.
And you know you don't give like your birthday, you'll find me in the club. Mama, I got what you need. You need to do it.
Taylor. That's hauled in at the 2. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their 2nd as the clock will stop at 45 seconds to go until halftime.
3rd and
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Tyrod Taylor, touchdown, New York. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Now, folks, on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. To throw, it's Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime.
At the 38-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. To throw, Stroud. Got his man. It's Kirk. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
He'll go right back to Kirk again. It's complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 15 more on that connection. They're making it look easy. That's another first down.
36-yard line.
Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans will cut the lead down to 4.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback, and the ball's coming out to the 35. Looking to throw. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Texans offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Marks to open the drive. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another first down.
Doesn't matter the level of football, Mike. If they can't stop it, keep running it until they can. And I think that's what we're seeing here on this drive. Back-to-back explosive gains on the ground. Got to imagine at some point the defense gives it a different look.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. He had 2 touchdowns earlier. Looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
They go right back to Collins. He's got it again. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. 17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out. Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Ball right on the 5-yard line, 2nd down and goal. Stroud to throw to the left side, caught by Schultz, and he'll take it on in. Dalton Schultz, touchdown Texans. Fairbairn to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Davis now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Jets offense ready for their first possession of this second half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. play action. He'll set up to throw. Catch made. Right side by Wilson. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. The defense not biting. They stay at home, and they tackle him for no gain.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Now on 3rd and 2, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand, to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack. It's going to bring up 4th down.
On comes the punt team now for the Jets. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That one is caught by Collins. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches. It's the quarterback with a sneak, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of a yard.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. He'll look underneath here for Marks.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 9. Give to Marks from the gun. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Stroud. That is caught. Finding Higgins. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Texans.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
He'll get this complete over the middle with Kirk. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Jets' 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 4. The RPO, that one is complete, and he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Here's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Texans 1st down. A gain of...
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's a run by Chubb as we start the 4th quarter. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
2nd and 7. Here's Stroud. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to the 16. Jermaine Johnson, the former 1st-round pick, in there to bring him down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Now Stroud. That is caught by the tight end, Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Texans. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Texans will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. On the return, here comes Davis. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Here's a designed run. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now, Taylor. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
Hurry up and get your muscle up. We up the plyometric. Ran up by the Lux and that's up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet. People diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walking New Orleans with the etiquette and the yelling.
They're going to go, and it's Hall. He's going to have the Jets first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on that 4th and inches.
1st and 10 at the 47.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
That one caught by Wilson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
It's a gain of 11.
His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
41-yard line.
To throw is Taylor. Right back to Wilson. He's got it again. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Gain of 10 yards.
It'll be a pickup of 10, and the Jets have a first down.
1st and 10.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be...
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Here's Taylor. Throw across his body is complete, and he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
3rd and 10.
This is a tough spot. 3rd down and 10. Throwing, Taylor. He'll try to run for it. And he's got the first down. He'll slide to a stop and take it to 1st and goal. 17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here is 1st and goal. No handoff. He'll keep it himself. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Now 2nd and inches. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there. You could tell that this defense was ready for this exact play call. They know that they're going to give their quarterback a chance both through the air and on the ground with his legs. They do a nice job stopping him short of the goal line to force fourth down.
And here we go, 4th and inches. Back to throw is Taylor. And he's going to go down. The pressure too much. And that should wrap this one up as they have to give it up on downs.
So the key to this fourth down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge fourth down stop.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, and this is Marks. And he's going to be marked down up at the 12-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
It's a gain of 10. And the Texans first down.
Here's Chubb. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up as the 25-yard line. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their second. Clock stops with 33 seconds remaining.
First down, Texans.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So it's a win for the visiting Texans in a game that was expected to be a cakewalk. Pretty much turned out that way. Their class just much the best in this one as they cruise to an easy road victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our